Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The 11th Global Shortwave Coordination Conference discusses in Muscat the mechanism of international cooperation and prevention of wave interference. A Deputy Executive Chairman of Telecommunication Regulatory Authority states hopes for making broadcasting channels a good tool to attract more investments in radio and television sector. And in order to implement its plan in expanding services, Royal Oman Police inaugurates services premises in the Wilaya of Shinas in the Governorate of North Al-Batina. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Al-Qaboos has sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency President Joachim of Germany on the death of former German President Richard von Weizsäcker. His Majesty the Sultan has sent also a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Sergio Mattarella of Italy on his election as President of the Republic. Coordination of shortwave radio broadcast ban topped discussions at a conference held in Muscat, which was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Futaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications. Further details in the following report.
Conveying information message through radio broadcast to areas thousands of kilometers away from the country's boundaries, free from frequency interferences, topped works of the 11th Global Conference on Coordinating Shortwave Frequency Bands being convened in Muscat. The Omani radio message crossed the country's boundaries through radio transmission to reach to East Africa, Europe and beyond. Here in Muscat, 120 participants, representing 53 radio broadcasters from around the world, gathered to discuss carrying radio broadcasts to places thousands of kilometers away from places of origin without any disruptions or interferences. His Excellency Nasser bin Sulaiman al-Saibani, Deputy Chairman of Public Authority for Radio and Television and Head of Supervising Committee of the conference, said he is very pleased that this conference is convened here in Oman, wishing the conference every success. Aldrich Kashp, head of the Global Conference on Coordinating Shortwave Frequencies, said,
"This is a global conference on shortwave coordination, which takes place for the at least for the next period of broadcasting, and it is held in Oman. There are always two conferences in every year. It's global. That means that there are people coming from North and South America, from Europe, from Asia, and Oman is very strategically placed here in the Middle East so that the people can come over from all over the world to coordinate frequencies on shortwaves.
Conference participants also discussed the importance of solving some harmful frequency interferences causing disturbances and stressed the importance of coordinating shortwave broadcast bands and its spread globally. Dr. Abdullah bin Saleh Al-Araimi, Director of Frequency Planning Department at PART, said frequency bands became very congested, meaning that no authority or institution can use the same frequency band to cover the same geographical place, and thus coordination among countries takes great importance. The Sultanate, since the dawn of its renaissance, used shortwave frequencies to reach to its citizens and residents and was capable of delivering its information message to audiences abroad.
Became forgotten later during the decade.
Engineer Yusuf bin Abdullah Al-Blushi, Deputy Executive Chairman of Telecommunication Regulatory Authority, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, emphasized that the authority, as it's responsible of managing frequencies, its utmost efforts to coordinate a great number of broadcasting frequencies, and a long stride was achieved so far, and most radio frequencies were also coordinated. The authority seeks that the broadcasting channels to be a good tool to attract more investments in radio and television sector, and even to fulfill current requirements for entities which are already licensed to present radio broadcast, including the Public Authority for Radio and Television. The new building of Ghala Golf Club was opened in the Wilaya of Bosher under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed, Minister of Heritage and Culture. It was considered as a social club to spread the sports of golf in the Sultanate, as well as to develop skills of the Omani talented youth who practice such sports. It aimed to be one of the best clubs in this field, in addition to attract those interested in golf from various governorates of the Sultanate. The sports of the golf witnessed huge attention, where the first Omani golf team was formed to represent the Sultanate in various regional and Arab championships. Still to come in our news bulletin. Citizens of the Wilaya of Buremi have determined the characteristics of their candidates to represent them in Shura Council in its coming period. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Senior commanders, chief executive officers and experts which represented major trademarks worldwide will participate at the second Gulf Conference for Supply and Logistics Chain, which will be hosted by the Sultanate at the 13th of next April. The press conference, which was held to review events of the conference, revealed the work team which formed to develop the national strategy plan for logistics in the Sultanate until 2040, and which included a number of aspects, namely re-engineering related logistic operations, implementing projects that change followed work and thoughts means in short and long term in this sector. Celebrations of Omani Industry Day coincided this year with 25 years passed by the royal visit of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to Rusail Industry Zone. His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Al-Dhib and the Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry revealed during a press conference that the Ministry will allocate 9 days to celebrate this day, starting from 4th of the 12th of February. His Excellency the Engineer stressed that there is no impact on the industrial sector due to oil price decrease, indicating that the ministry is preparing a study on 100 factories to know the volume of gas prices increase effect on the industrial sector. In order to implement Royal Oman Police ROP plan is expanding police services in various wilayas of the Sultanate, Royal Oman Police inaugurated police services premises in the wilaya of Shinas in the Governorate of North Al-Batina. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Mohanna bin Saif Al-Lamki, Governor for North Al-Batina. The new services premises included a number of halls which facilitated with modern devices and technical means, in addition to qualified and trained cadres in order to finish the transactions quickly and easily. The police services which will be provided to the society members will include services related to traffic passports, residence and civil status. Membership nomination for Shura Council in its coming period commenced recently in various wilayas of the Sultanate. Citizens of the wilaya of Buremi have determined the characteristics of their candidates. They want the candidate to sacrifice his time and efforts to serve the society and country, and to be aware of the society's problems and find the best solution for them. They hope the candidate has high educational studies and to be keen to forward the demands of the society to the entities to serve the beloved country. Under the theme, Our Neighborhood is the Symbol of Our Civilization, the Buremi municipality organized a cleaning campaign for some areas of the wilaya. It came within the social awareness initiative supervised by the municipality. The campaign witnessed a participation from a number of citizens in the wilaya, including the youth, in addition to the municipality employees. During the campaign, they were divided to groups so as to cover the targeted areas and clean the garbage. Another group of the participants distributed awareness pamphlets on preserving hygiene and dumping the garbage at the designated areas, in addition to encourage voluntary work. Third Masira Forum for Youth was held in the Niaba of Sinau, which aimed to provide creative and innovative environment to support youth talents. The conclusion ceremony included poems on Oman and His Majesty the Sultan, as well as virtual shows of the most important activities in the forum. The participants expressed that such events are improving their abilities and skills. At the end, the participants in this forum were honored. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog in the governorates of Musandam, South and North Sharqiya, Al-Wusta, Dhofar and coastal areas overlooking Sea of Oman. Winds along the coastal areas overlooking Sea of Oman will be northerly to northeasterly light to moderate, while it will be north to northwesterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be slight to moderate along the western coast of the governorate of Musandam, with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters, and moderate along the rest of the coast with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and now before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The 11th Global Shortwave Coordination Conference discusses in Muscat the mechanism of international cooperation and prevention of wave interference. A Deputy Executive Chairman of Telecommunication Regulatory Authority states hopes for making broadcasting channels a good tool to attract more investments in radio and television sector. And in order to implement its plan in expanding services, Royal Oman Police inaugurates services premises in the Wilaya of Shinaz in the Governorate of North Al-Batina. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.